This is Formula One.
Welcome back to F1 Blogs, your go-to channel for all things Formula One. If you love the inside scoop on team strategies, driver updates, and the latest developments on and off the track, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Today, we'll be diving into Aston Martin's ambitious plans for the future. Their team principal, Mike Crack, has recently made it clear that 2025 is a critical year for them, even ahead of the massive regulation changes coming in 2026. So, what's Aston Martin's plan to make a leap forward? Let's get into it. Mike Crack's bold vision for Aston Martin in 2025. Aston Martin has had a tough season in 2024, and team principal Mike Crack isn't holding back on his thoughts. The team, which had high hopes at the start of the year, has found itself lagging behind, battling to stay within the top half of the constructors' standings. But despite the setbacks, Crack has a clear vision for the future. 2025 is the year they want to make a statement. While the Formula One world is eagerly anticipating the 2026 regulation changes, Crack believes that waiting until then is not an option. He wants to use 2025 as a pivotal year for the team to close the gap to the top teams. More importantly, he wants to send a message, especially to Adrian Newey, the legendary designer expected to be involved with Aston Martin, showcasing what the team can achieve even before the big changes arrive. In his most recent interview, Crack said, "We are not where we want to be. Our objective was to close the gap with the top 4 teams. That hasn't happened this season, but we need to take 2025 as an opportunity to show what we're really capable of. We can't afford another year like this one." It's a frank admission that things haven't gone as planned in 2024, but also a clear signal that the team is gearing up for something bigger. A difficult 2024, lessons learned for the future. At the beginning of 2024, Aston Martin seemed to be in a solid position. After a promising preseason, they were expected to be the 5th fastest team on the grid, and the hope was to break into the top 4, challenging teams like Ferrari, Mercedes, Red Bull, and McLaren. However, as the season progressed, it became evident that they were falling behind instead of gaining ground. Other teams, particularly Alpine and even Alfa Romeo at times, managed to surpass Aston Martin in performance. Crack has been critical of the team's performance throughout the season, but he doesn't shy away from analyzing where things went wrong. At the start of the season, we knew we were the 5th fastest team, and the goal was to close that gap to the top 4. But we haven't achieved that. In fact, other teams have improved more than we have. That's the reality we have to face and solve, he explained. The main issue? Aston Martin's upgrades and improvements simply didn't deliver the gains they were hoping for. Every Formula One team brings updates to their car throughout the season, aiming to improve lap times, but in Aston's case, many of these upgrades didn't translate into better performance on the track. This left the team stuck in a difficult position, consistently falling short of their targets. 2025, a year to prove themselves before 2026. Despite the challenges, Crack isn't giving up hope. In fact, he sees 2025 as a make-or-break year for Aston Martin. While 2026 will bring massive changes with new regulations that could potentially level the playing field, 2025 offers an earlier chance for the team to prove their mettle. Crack specifically mentioned Adrian Newey, widely regarded as one of the best technical minds in Formula One, who is rumored to be involved with Aston Martin in the future. "We need to take 2025 as an opportunity to show Adrian what we can do," Crack said. This statement is a strong indication that Aston Martin plans to be competitive even before 2026 and wants to attract top talent by showing their potential. Newey, who has been a crucial figure in Red Bull's dominance over the years, would likely want to join a team that is already on an upward trajectory. Aston Martin needs to prove they are that team. Crack is well aware that it's not just about waiting for new regulations to shake up the grid, it's about preparing for the long term and building a solid foundation now. We can't just sit back and wait for 2026. That's why we need to make sure 2025 is a year where we can push forward and be taken seriously. It should motivate everyone in the team, he emphasized. State-of-the-art facilities, the Silverstone boost. While Aston Martin has had a rough time on the track in 2024, things are moving in the right direction off the track. Their new, cutting-edge factory and facilities in Silverstone are now fully operational. This major upgrade could give them the extra push they need to compete at a higher level in 2025. One of the most significant additions is their brand new wind tunnel, which will be up and running by the end of the year. Wind tunnels are critical in Formula One for testing and developing aerodynamic upgrades, and Aston Martin's previous reliance on an older facility was seen as a disadvantage. Now, with this modern infrastructure in place, they can work more efficiently and bring faster improvements to the car. We've expanded the team and brought in more infrastructure. 2 weeks ago, our second and third buildings became fully operational, Crack shared. But having the latest technology isn't enough. Crack knows that it's just as important to restructure the team and improve communication internally. Restructuring is important, and communication is key to success in this business, he added. Aston Martin has also expanded its workforce, bringing in fresh talent to help develop the car and make the most of their new facilities. All these upgrades are signs of long-term commitment to success, and they give Aston Martin a fighting chance to bounce back in 2025. While these improvements may not be immediately visible on the track, they will play a crucial role in the team's future performance. Conclusion: Aston Martin's path to redemption. Aston Martin is at a crossroads. After a disappointing 2024 season, the team is determined to make significant strides in 2025. With new facilities in place, a clear strategy, and the ambition to close the gap to the top teams, Aston Martin is gearing up for a comeback. Mike Crack's vision is to not only prepare for the 2026 regulation changes but to use 2025 as a stepping stone to prove they belong at the front of the grid. The team knows they can't afford another year like 2024. Instead, 2025 will be a year to push the limits, send a message to potential collaborators like Adrian Newey, and regain their place among Formula One's elite. That wraps up today's video. What do you think? Will Aston Martin be able to turn things around in 2025? Can they close the gap to the top teams
is Formula One
before the big regulation changes in 2026? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to subscribe to F1 Blogs for more exclusive insights, news, and analysis from the world of Formula One. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss out on any of our videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.